Happiness does not come to those who wait for it, it comes to those who create it. Each morning you rise, you are presented with two choices: to surrender to the weight of yesterday, or to push yourself toward the joy that lies within today. The secret, my friend, is not in the world around you, but in the discipline of your own mind. If you can command your thoughts, you can command your happiness. So I ask you, will you let the day control you, or will you push yourself to be happy, no matter what stands in your way? Happiness does not fall from the sky like rain. It is not a gift given by chance or by circumstance. It is the result of deliberate thought and consistent discipline. Too many people wait for happiness to arrive as if it were some mysterious visitor that comes only when the conditions are perfect, when the money is right, when the relationship is stable, when the world finally approves of them. But life does not work that way. The truth is, happiness is born from within. It is a state of mind that you train yourself to live in, just as you train your muscles to grow stronger with daily effort. Each morning when you awaken, you stand at the crossroads of two choices: to drift with the current of emotion, or to take command of your mind and direct it toward joy. Most people drift. They let the first negative thought, the smallest irritation, dictate the mood of their entire day. But the individual who has learned the discipline of happiness knows that feelings are servants, not masters. He trains his mind to think thoughts of gratitude, to dwell upon what is right rather than what is wrong. He pushes himself to see opportunity where others see defeat, and to smile where others frown. This is not blind optimism. It is mental strength in its highest form. To push yourself to be happy every day means to hold yourself accountable for the quality of your own emotions. You cannot control the weather, you cannot control the opinions of others, and you cannot control the unexpected events that life will surely bring. But you can control the response that comes from within you. You can decide that no circumstance is strong enough to steal your peace unless you allow it to. That decision must be made consciously, again and again, until it becomes automatic. That is the discipline of happiness, the deliberate act of choosing joy, even when it would be easier to surrender to frustration or fear. Understand this truth: your mind is your greatest workshop, and your thoughts are the tools from which your life is shaped. If you wish to experience happiness, you must manufacture it through daily mental labor. You must push yourself to replace complaint with gratitude, fear with faith, and doubt with purpose. Do this long enough, and happiness will no longer be something you chase. It will become the natural expression of who you are. It is not the world that makes a man happy, but the man who has learned to master the world within himself. Your mind is the greatest power you will ever possess. Within it lies the source of every joy, every sorrow, every success, and every failure you have ever known. All that you are, and all that you will ever become, begins first as a thought. The world around you is nothing more than a reflection of the world within you. If your thoughts are dark, your life will seem filled with shadows. If your thoughts are bright, the same world will appear radiant with opportunity. You cannot hope to live a happy life while allowing your mind to be ruled by fear, doubt, and negativity. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your days. Every emotion you feel is born from a thought. Before anger comes a judgment. Before sadness comes a belief. Before happiness comes gratitude. This is why the person who learns to govern his mind can create happiness at will. He does not wait for pleasant conditions to appear. He creates pleasant conditions by commanding his inner world. Just as a gardener cultivates the soil and removes weeds, so must you tend to your thoughts each day. You must pull out the roots of worry and resentment, and plant seeds of peace and purpose in their place. That labor may seem invisible, but it is the foundation of all visible success. Most people drift through life unaware of the power they hold. They allow their minds to absorb every negative influence that crosses their path: news, gossip, criticism, failure. And then they wonder why their hearts are heavy. They permit the opinions of others to dictate their mood, not realizing they have surrendered control over the one thing that truly belongs to them, their own thoughts. But the wise individual refuses to live as a victim of circumstance. He chooses his thoughts with intention, shaping them as carefully as a sculptor shapes his masterpiece. To push yourself to be happy every day is to train your mind to serve you, not to enslave you. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, you replace it with faith that you are capable. When fear tells you to stop, you answer with courage. When problems arise, you see them as opportunities to strengthen your spirit. Your mind is your instrument, use it well, and it will compose the music of your destiny. Every great achievement, every moment of peace, every spark of happiness begins in that sacred space between your ears. Guard it, nurture it, direct it, for the mind, once mastered, becomes the most powerful force for happiness a human being can ever know. True happiness is not found in the comfort of stillness, but in the movement of progress. The soul of man was not created to stand idle, it was made to grow, to reach, to expand beyond the limits of yesterday. When you push yourself to rise a little higher each day, something magnificent happens within you. The spark of life burns brighter. You begin to feel a deep and lasting joy, the kind that no external reward can provide. It is the joy of becoming. The happiest people are not those who have everything they want, but those who are continually becoming more than they were before. There is a special satisfaction that comes from effort. When you challenge yourself, when you push through resistance, when you face fear, when you persist despite failure, you awaken a power within that nothing else can touch. Every time you conquer a weakness or overcome a limitation, your spirit grows stronger. That growth brings a happiness that comfort can never give. The man who avoids struggle may find temporary ease, but he will never know the deep contentment that comes from victory over self. Progress is the lifeblood of happiness, for it gives meaning to the passing of time. Each day is an opportunity to move forward, even if only by a small step. It does not matter how great the progress is. What matters is that there is progress. To push yourself to be happy every day is to commit to improvement, to seek new ways of thinking, living, and becoming. It might mean learning something new, setting a higher standard for your work, or choosing patience in a moment of anger. Every small act of discipline feeds the fire of happiness. The more you grow, the more alive you feel. The more alive you feel, the happier you become. Understand that stagnation is the enemy of joy. When you stop growing, you begin to decay, not in body alone, but in spirit. Life was never meant to be a comfortable repetition of yesterday's habits. It was designed as a continuous journey toward mastery. Happiness follows those who move forward with purpose. The man who wakes each morning determined to improve, even in the smallest way, carries a secret within him. He has found the eternal source of happiness. For the greatest joy is not in having arrived, but in knowing that you are on the path, forever advancing toward the better version of yourself.